If you've been here before, you already know your tonsils can hide tonsil stones, but those little white pearls are only the beginning of the story. Today, I want to walk you through 8 lesser known signs that your tonsils, not your teeth, not a cold, might quietly be the real source of the problem. Quick recap from our tonsil stones video. Your tonsils have deep pits called crypts, and food, mucus, and bacteria collect there, harden, and form those foul smelling stones. That connection is important because the very same trapping mechanism drives almost every symptom I'm about to show you. Keep the crypts in mind. Sign 1. Chronic bad breath that just won't quit, even when your dental hygiene is spotless. If you brush, floss, scrape your tongue, and the odor keeps returning, the source may sit deeper. Bacteria packed in the tonsil crypts release sulfur compounds, and no amount of brushing reaches back there. That's a tonsil clue worth noticing. Sign 2. A persistent feeling that something is stuck in your throat. Doctors call it globus sensation. You swallow, you clear your throat, but that lump feeling stays. Enlarged or debris-filled tonsils can create this exact sensation by physically taking up space at the back of the throat, and it can be surprisingly constant. Sign 3. A recurring mild sore throat that never becomes a full-blown infection. It flares, it fades, it comes back, but you never spike a real fever or feel truly sick. This low-grade cycle often means your tonsils are chronically irritated by trapped debris rather than hit by a single acute infection. Sign 4. Visible white or yellow spots sitting deep in the tonsil crypts. Grab a flashlight, open wide, and look. If you spot creamy patches or pockets that aren't loose stones you can dislodge, that's material lodged in the crypts. Persistent spots deserve attention, especially if they keep coming back after you clear them. Sign 5. Ear pain when your ears are perfectly healthy. This one surprises people. The tonsils in the ears share nerve pathways, so an irritated tonsil can send referred pain straight to the ear on the same side. If an ENT finds no ear infection but your ear still aches, look toward the throat. Sign 6. Difficulty swallowing certain textures. Not everything, just dry bread, large pills, or tougher bites that seem to catch. When tonsils are swollen or crowded with debris, they narrow the passage, and specific textures suddenly feel like they snag. Pay attention if swallowing has quietly become a small daily negotiation. Sign 7. Swollen glands in your neck that come and go. You feel a tender bump under your jaw one week, then it fades, then it returns. These lymph nodes are your immune system reacting to ongoing tonsil irritation. A truly random swelling is one thing, but a repeating on and off pattern points back to the tonsils. Sign 8. Snoring that steadily worsens over time. This is the big one people overlook. As tonsils enlarge, they crowd the airway, especially at night, and gentle snoring can grow louder, choppier, even into pauses in breathing. If your snoring has escalated for no obvious reason, your tonsils may be a hidden factor worth investigating. So why do tonsil issues slip past so many people? Because each sign feels unrelated. Bad breath seems like a dental issue. Ear pain seems like an ear issue. Snoring seems like just snoring. We rarely connect the dots back to one small pair of glands. That scattered picture is exactly why tonsils are so easy to miss. Let's zoom into the mechanism. Tonsil crypts are like tiny folded caves, and over months and years, they trap mucus, dead cells, and food particles far deeper than any brush can reach. That debris compacts, feeds bacteria, and slowly hardens. The longer it sits, the more it irritates the surrounding tissue and keeps the whole cycle going. Now, how do you tell simple irritation from recurring tonsillitis? Simple irritation is mild, occasional, and settles on its own. Recurring tonsillitis brings repeated, painful episodes, fever, and real infections several times a year. The difference matters because recurring infections change the conversation with your doctor. Frequency and severity are your two best guides here. Let's talk home care, and I want to be clear. This is general information, not medical advice. Many people find gentle relief with regular saltwater gargles, staying well hydrated, and good overall oral hygiene. These steps can support the area and reduce buildup, but they don't replace a professional evaluation if symptoms persist or worsen. When does tonsil removal become a real conversation? Generally, when infections are frequent and severe, when breathing during sleep is affected, or when quality of life is genuinely suffering despite other efforts. Removal isn't a first step, It's a considered decision made with an ENT after weighing how much the tonsils are truly disrupting your daily life. So, what should you expect from an ENT evaluation? Usually, a review of your symptom history, a look at your throat, gentle palpation of your neck glands, and sometimes a small scope for a closer view. It's straightforward and reassuring. Bring a simple log of your symptoms and their timing. It makes the visit far more useful. Let's clear up a few common myths. Myth: tonsil stones only happen with poor hygiene. False: even meticulous people get them. Myth: removing tonsils weakens your immune system for life. Generally not supported for those who genuinely need it. Myth: tonsil problems are only a childhood thing. Adults absolutely deal with them too. Here's how this ties back to our earlier tonsil stones video. Those stones were the visible tip of the iceberg, the obvious symptom you could actually see. Everything we covered today, the breath, the ear pain, the snoring, flows from that same crypt-trapping process underneath. Understanding stones was step 1. Understanding the full picture is step 2. Let's restate the 8 signs together. 1. Stubborn bad breath. 2. A lump feeling in the throat. 3. Recurring mild sore throat. 4. White or yellow crypt spots. 5. Ear pain without infection. 6. Trouble swallowing certain textures. 7. Glands that swell and fade. 8. Worsening snoring. Any one may be minor, but a cluster tells a story. So here's what to watch for next. Track your symptoms over the coming weeks. Notice patterns, and if 2 or more of these signs keep returning, bring them to a professional. Your tonsils are quiet communicators, and now you know how to listen. If this helped, stay tuned. Next time we'll cover exactly what recovery really looks like. Take care of yourself.